Okay, so I'm going to show you minor arpeggio, minor scale arpeggio. So I like to start it on the 5th fret of the E string, the fat E string, first finger. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't count thumb because it's behind the neck. So first finger, 1st fret E string, and then 4th finger, pinky finger, 8th fret. And I want you to hammer onto it, so like that. So you can just practice that for a bit until you feel comfortable with it. Now once you have that, I want you to move that 1st finger that was on the 5th fret up to the 7th. So now you have those 3, and that's the start of the arpeggio, because remember a chord is 3 notes or more. So those 3 notes create the arpeggio. You have the 1, 3, 5 it's called. 1, 3, 5. And the 3 is what gives it the major and minor quality. Notice that the 1 and the 1 and the 5 don't change. So watch where they are. 1, 3, 5. Now if I change that to major, the 1 and the 5 don't change. That's why they're considered perfect in music theory. But the 3rd changes. 1, 3, 5, 1 minor 3rd 5, 1 major 3rd 5, major. So we're gonna go 1, 3, 5, 1 minor 3rd 5. So 5, 8, 7, and that pattern there is gonna repeat. I'll write it down on the website as well to show you, and I'll send you the picture of it as well. But that pattern repeats again. So once you get good at that pattern, then you just take that finger, you just move it now up to the D string. You do the exact same pattern now starting on the D string. Okay, so then if you tie that together, you have first pattern, repeats on the D string. Now the last one is on the B string, on the 10th fret, 2nd finger, middle finger. Then it goes to 8th fret with the E string, and pinky finger on the 12th fret. So if you have that all together, okay, so once you can ascend it and descend it, and that's how those metal guys are always sweep picking. Right? I never really I always really wanted to get into that, but it takes a long time to really, right? So, but eventually you want to be able to hammer on all of these, because if you're hammering things on, it'll just make your playing so much more efficient and fast, right? Like if I'm doing this is how fast I can do this scale without hammering anything. And it's not even that accurate, right? And now here's me doing that with hammering. And I'm just going to use my thumb and sweep it across. Right? Oops. So it is so much easier with the hammering. But this one, you want to hammer it as you go up. So first note, hammer on. And then that pattern repeats. So 1, hammer. 2nd pattern, hammer. Last pattern doesn't hammer from the 1st note to the 2nd note, it hammers from the 2nd to the 3rd, so like that. So it's like hammer, hammer. And then as you're coming off, the ones you hammered, you're gonna pull. Pull. Now because that outlines the A minor chord, because on the 5th fret with wherever you put the root note. So we put the root note on A, and because it's a minor arpeggio, it's essentially the A minor arpeggio, right? So you're essentially outlining the A minor chord there, because an arpeggio is a broken chord. So this is a fun way to, if there's like a million guitarists in a room and they're all jamming together, because you know that happens, right? I used to go to these jams at um, like pubs and stuff, and open jam, and like 20 guitarists show up, and like one bassist, one maybe two keyboard players, but hopefully a drummer. But no, it was fun. So I had to learn, how to do things so it wasn't like everyone was playing A minor chord at the same time, because that would just, basically blow the walls off the room. So as one person's playing A minor, you can be like, oh, they're playing A minor, and then you can over top of that. I mean, it's gonna be a little tricky to show you, but I'll try to jam with myself here. But imagine one person's playing this part, and then you play this over top of it. Right? It's also a nice way to get from one location to another. So let's say you're here, you're soloing here. And then maybe you want to go up here, but you want to do it in an interesting way. Right? And now you're up here. Okay? Anyways, I think that covers everything.